May I come in, sir?
Yes, please do.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
ma'am.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
You're Mr. Sandeep Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Sandeep, comfortable?
Yes, sir.
You graduated from IIT
Kharagpur.
Which trade? Which branch?
Sir, mathematics and computing.
Maths and computing.
Yes, sir.
So it's an integrated program which
Yes,
gives
sir.
you a post-graduation in 5 years.
Yes, sir. It's an integrated MSc course. It's a 5-year course, sir.
5-year course.
Yes, sir.
And you took it mathematics as your optional.
Yes, sir.
That's been your optional here as well, right?
Yes, sir.
So you're more or less a mathematician.
Uh,
Good person to ask, what are numbers?
sir,
What are numbers?
sir, numbers are mathematical objects to describe quantity. And so, for instance, natural numbers help us in counting the objects, and fractions can help us also count the numbers and divide the objects in various quantities, fractional quantities. So in a way, number is a measure for quantity.
You appear to be enjoying mathematics. I mean, I'm a person who can see if why exactly you are coming to civil services. You should actually be in academics.
Sir, I like the subject mathematics, but my passion lays for civil service mainly because growing up in Bihar, the kind of challenges and problems.
I
that
like your
face.
honesty. You actually into civil services just because you were born in Bihar. That's an accident that happened with you.
It was not an accident, but the circumstances led me to think differently about the issues that we are facing in our country. Sir, Bihar faces some of these issues, underdevelopment and lack of education and healthcare in more severe terms, and I had to face that too. That led me to thinking what can be done about it, and what
You must be
government.
knowing that Bihar has got more than its fair share of bureaucrats, right?
Yes.
Both in police, in administration, and it has not changed Bihar a bit. So having more bureaucrats from Bihar will do nothing as far as the upliftment of Bihar is concerned. That's what our history, that was our past is. Why do you believe that adding one more to this number will make any change?
Sir, problem is multidimensional and it's very complex. So
Actually, one of the problem I believe, I'm sorry I'm interrupting, is that you are part of the problem actually. Everybody want to become a bureaucrat or a government servant rather than actually contributing to progress of Bihar.
Sir, I think bureaucracy will also have to play a major role in development of Bihar.
Not necessarily bureaucracy of Biharis. Good bureaucracy will play a role. Not necessarily a Bihari bureaucracy made consisting of Biharis will make good.
Sir, I think, sir, I'm more familiar with the issues that Bihar faces. I myself struggle with some of those. Educational opportunities are very few. Healthcare systems are not present in many villages. So I think I have understanding of those issues which will help me in becoming a better bureaucrat. You are right, sir. Good bureaucracy will help Bihar. And sir, we want holistic development of Bihar. In that, government will have to create some enabling conditions. Sir, for instance, we want to bring industry in Bihar. And for that, to create enabling conditions, government will have to play a facilitative role, creating infrastructure, better regulations, providing credit support to entrepreneurs. Sir, in this, bureaucracy, especially good bureaucracy, will have to play a major role, sir. I think I want to join bureaucracy to contribute towards that betterment in situations in Bihar.
Sandeep.
Yes, ma'am.
So I gather from your DAF that you read non-fiction books.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me the name of 5 books that you have read.
Ma'am, after mains, I've read a lot of books, among them Uncertain Glory by Professor Ahmed Sen and John Drishti. Second book I read is India Unbound by Mr. Gurcharan Das. Then The Difficulty of Being Good, again by Mr. Gurcharan Das. I have also read Think on These Things by Mr. Jiddu Krishnamurti. And another book that I read was Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor.
So suggested equanimity in Indian philosophy.
Equanimity has been a central tenet in Indian philosophy as well. Lord Buddha also taught equanimity, and in Mahabharata, in the Bhagavad Gita also, Lord Krishna suggests Arjuna to maintain equanimity in all kinds of conditions.
Okay. So you also practice meditation.
Yes, ma'am.
So what kind of meditation?
Ma'am, it is a mindfulness meditation.
Okay. How is it different from Raj Yoga, Hatha Yoga?
Ma'am, Hatha Yoga is mainly the yogi exercises which are done, and mindfulness meditation is mainly focusing on breath to observe the thoughts and emotions in our mind. It is also different from Raj Yoga. Ma'am, I don't know much about Raj Yoga, but mindfulness meditation is mainly focusing on breath.
Okay.
Okay. Give any 3 reasons on the basis of which we can select you.
Sir, first thing is that I have worked hard in my life to reach here, and I'm a hardworking individual who has lived his life with discipline. So that will be helpful in bureaucracy as well. So second thing is that I'm passionate about civil service mainly because the issues that I faced have convinced me that being part of bureaucracy will provide me a platform to serve the society in a meaningful way, and I will be able to contribute towards the development of nation. And third is that, sir, I remain optimistic about my country and its future. And sir, I believe that the coming decade is going to be India's decade, as has been highlighted by the Prime Minister as well, that it is going to be a decade of India. And I want to be part of that development process and contribute meaningfully to it.
Okay. Okay. Last question from my side. What are your weaknesses?
Sir, one weakness I would say is that I'm not that enthusiastic about sports, and I want to correct it. And sir, second weakness I can say is that I'm slightly introvert, although I'm working on it by talking to different people. So these are 2 weaknesses.
I am not enthusiastic for many things. So this is my weakness?
Not necessarily, sir, but I think sports and fitness, they play a key role in our life. So I wish in school days I had paid more attention to some sports. So I consider that my weakness.
Okay.